it's Lucy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is almost time for Michael and I to move out of this apartment. And it's kind of sad. We've lived here for 3 years. This was the first apartment that we shared together. Because we've lived here for 3 years and because we want a little bit more space in our lives, we are moving. We're trying to find an apartment. This apartment right here is a 1-bedroom. I think that it is 695 square feet. Could be wrong, I'll look that up. We're feeling like it's a little bit cramped for us, especially now that I work from home. I spend a lot of time just shooting and editing, working on projects here in the apartment. I feel like I need a 2nd bedroom that I can designate as an office space, a place to just do my work. It's really not safe to do work on the bed. I don't think safe is the word, but it's just not smart. I'm the first person to tell you that if you have a bed, you should only use the bed for sleep. Otherwise, it's gonna mess up your brain and tell you that bedtime is work time, and I don't want that. I wanna sleep in my bed and work in an office. So we are on the hunt for a new apartment. We've been searching for some time now, and it's difficult. I'm taking notes on this whole apartment search journey, and I'm gonna make an entire video in the next few months that tells the whole story of our apartment search. Can't make the video yet because I don't have the end apartment. I wanna make that video from the new apartment when all is said and done, and I'm happy. Right now, I'm in the stressful search process, so I'm just waiting to make that video. But what I wanted to do today was do an apartment tour of this apartment. You might know that I have another apartment tour of this exact apartment on my YouTube channel. It is super outdated in that we've changed a lot about the apartment space since that video. This video is sort of like an updated apartment tour, sort of for you, just so you can see what it looks like right now, but it's also selfishly kind of for me so that I can remember this place because I know we're moving soon and I just want to be able to look back at this video in 10 years and see what my apartment looks like. Don't you worry, as soon as I move, when we have our nice, hopefully spacious 2-bedroom apartment, I will be sure to do an apartment tour of that space after it's all decorated. Hairball. And now, let's start at the door. The door opens and you can ring the doorbell, which I thought was super cool. Apparently, like every apartment has a doorbell. I thought it was awesome that it was sort of like a house. You have a doorbell. And the layout is kind of funky. I'm gonna try to put a floor plan here so you can see that it's sort of a triangular shape. The living room has a little bit of a curved wall. That was something that Michael and I loved when we saw this space. We are really not into square and rectangular apartments. So you walk in, you're in this sort of hallway space that has a closet right here to the right. This is our coat closet. It's a bit of a mess. I'll open it and show it to you. We have coats kind of bursting out here. But I think in my next apartment, I'm going all homemade organic apple cider vinegar cleaners because I'm kind of over this stuff. And down here, we kind of keep Michael's sports equipment, extra contact lenses, spare products that I use every day so that as soon as I run out in the bathroom, I can go back and pull them from the shelf. As you probably saw, I didn't change these paintings at all. These are my mom's paintings. They're still hanging here in the hallway. I still love them. I've got 3 right here. They're really pretty. They remind me of waterfalls and they're serene. All right, and now for the bathroom. Here it is. There I am. Hi. This bathroom has just gotten a little bit more organized, and that's because I did a video for Refinery 29 where I did 5 days of organization. I've done a ton of cleaning videos. I've personally gotten a lot cleaner in the past year or 2. Wow! So has my bathroom. Right now we're out of toilet paper, which is unfortunate because it looks like we just don't have toilet paper, but This is where the toilet paper would go if we had it. And then we just have 3 glass cabinets here that all open and have a lot of stuff. Not that neat. Could be neater. I'll give you a tour of what's in my cabinets at a later time. This is an organic cotton curtain and then also a PVC-free liner in the back. I got that for my video on 17 ways to make your home more organic and natural. This is our kitchen. Kitchen. I've really enjoyed it over the past few years of living here. The one thing I will say that I don't love about it is the color of the cabinets. I just kind of feel like this light brown color is not fun to me anymore. I've got pretty much the same kitchen that I had last time in that it's still just as organized the way I did for 5 days of adulting. This might be a new piece that wasn't here. Kind of stash wires and books and stuff in it. The kitchen is basically the same as it was last time. We still have this table from IKEA. We have this cabinet piece from IKEA. We have this TV piece with a bookshelf from IKEA. This is not an IKEA sponsorship. We just really like to shop there because we like the sleek white wooden stuff. We used to have this chunky brown wooden coffee table that was kind of the same color as the cabinets. So we swapped it out for this marble with this black, really thin wire leg, and it's just touch through. What is that word? You know, see-through. We swapped it out for this marble top with the black wired frame, and it's just a lot simpler and kind of disappears a little bit more. And then the other major change that we made in here was adding a desk. So the desk was assembled in, I think one of my videos is when I actually set it up with all of my stationery items. So if you look through the drawers, you can see that this is where I keep my bullet journal supplies and all my pens and markers. And Michael and I sit at the desk quite often to do work. This is where you might recognize my lime trees used to live. Unfortunately, my lime trees have died. It was really sad. I noticed that they were getting what looked like cobwebs on them, and then I looked really closely and there were little tiny bugs on every centimeter of the cobweb. Other things we've added are all of the plants along the ledge. We love these plants. I actually got most of them during 5 days of indoor gardening, and I've kept them up and they all look amazing. And I love having plants at home. It just makes me really happy. Moving on to the bedroom. Bedroom is the major change we've made in this apartment since my last video. Our bedspread was this really just simple gray color. There was maybe one picture over the bed that was a beach photo that Michael took. It didn't really look pretty. It didn't feel pretty to me. It was kind of just all of our stuff from our previous apartments thrown together. It didn't have a style. And now we have changed that big time. This bedroom is now so cute, and every time I walk in, I feel super happy and super colorful. This was a design that my mom and I worked on when I did Lucie for Hire as an interior designer, and we actually interior designed this entire bedroom. Now we have this really cute blue patterned carpet on the floor when you walk in. I would say the room is really blue and white heavy. The carpet on the floor, the little puff beneath the mirror, the blanket on the bed, the lamp and the painting, the pillows on the bed, and then also the accents on the paintings over the bed, as well as some of the accents on the decoration pieces around the room. I'd say green is another color that pops out in here, and we do have pops of other colors. Overall, kind of like a white, blue, and gray situation, and I think it's really, really pretty and really well decorated. We also did this really cool thing to the closet where we had a stencil artist come and using gold paint, or kind of like a light brown, shiny-ish bronze paint, she painted this pattern on the wall using a stencil. And she sort of faded it in and out so it gets darker and lighter at certain points, but it really just took our plain white closet and elevated it to look like something really cool. This bedroom is currently where I shoot a lot of my videos. As you probably have seen in other videos, I have my lights set up right here in the corner, and most of my videos are shot with this frame right here. That is my apartment right now in 2019. Pretty soon in 2019, we're gonna have a new apartment, and you'll see another apartment tour video on here soon. I really hope you liked this video. I hope it gave you an inside look into where we live. We are so excited to find our new spot, and I cannot wait to take all of you along for the ride. I have some really fun upcoming videos planned for all of you. I wanna take you around New York City and show you a lot of the things that I do every day, show you some of my favorite coffee shops, favorite restaurants. I would also love your suggestions, so comment anything below that you want to see, and I'll see you next time. Love you.